Now, let's just say it's happened now. Is it better than Florian Wirtz?
No.
Is it better than Reinders?
Yeah.
No, it's not, is it? It's not better than Reinders. It's not better than Reinders. Come on.
Is it all things considered, Monty? All things considered. Think about the money. Think about the expectation. Think about whatever it is. Is it a better signing than Liam Delap for Chelsea?
I think so. Yeah.
So if you just watch that clip, the clip really bothers me. The guy has a pretty great question. Not a great question. He has a great statement. Calls in saying he thinks that Mbeumo is a top 3 signing this summer. I'm not going to go to bat saying he's a top 3 signing because the summer isn't over. I don't know all the signings that are going to come. But I don't think it's a crazy statement to make. And in the clip, Boovie asks if he's better than Wirtz, if he's better than Reinders. I think saying he's better than Reinders is a terrible take. Reinders is one of the most progressive passing, progressive carrying, one of the best goal threats from midfield. He's basically like a young Gundogan when he went to City for the first time. So I think Reinders is going to be an amazing signing. He's a better signing than Mbeumo. That doesn't mean Mbeumo's still not a top 3 signing. I think with the Wirtz conversation, it instantly just becomes Wirtz is a young, talented midfielder. He was signed for a lot of money. If you say that Mbeumo will have a better season than Wirtz or he's a better signing, it'll instantly just be the typical narrative of, oh, you don't know anything about football. Wirtz is going to be significantly better than Mbeumo without any real reason other than just the age and the price tag. I'm not saying Mbeumo is going to be a better signing than Wirtz or is a better signing, but if you were to ask me right now who's going to have more goal contributions for their team if Mbeumo goes to a team like Manchester United, I would bet on Mbeumo every single time. That's not even the issue I fully have with this clip. So the issue I have more with this clip is when Rory asks if he's a better signing than Liam Delap. And I think both of them, Boovie and Rory, in these clips, they just seem so confident and arrogant of like, oh, is he a better signing than Liam Delap? How could you even think that? Or, oh, is he a better signing than Wirtz? How could you even think that? And Mbeumo scored 20 goals and got 7 assists last year. He basically contributed 50% of Brentford's goals. That is not an easy task for a team like Brentford. They scored 66 goals, I think. And Mbeumo basically contributed to half of those goals. That is not easy. That is super significant. I haven't seen a player on a bad team contribute that many goals and have a team overperform since Lukaku when he went to West Brom, when he was on loan there. And Mbeumo has been in the Premier League now for 4 or 5 seasons. He has had double-digit goal contributions for 3 years now, I believe. And half of last season, he was playing as like a makeshift right wing back due to injuries, which I don't even agree with. I think you should be keeping your best players in their best positions. And I think that's part of why Brentford had such a bad 23-24 season. So I think they're really undervaluing Bryan Mbeumo, and I think there's become this new narrative. I don't know when it switched, but now signing Premier League players is a bad thing. And if you're not signing players from different leagues, then you're signing just someone else's sloppy seconds that they don't want anymore. I remember 10 years ago, the main point was, are they Premier League proven? Can they do it in the Premier League? Can you do it on a cold night on Tuesday in Stoke? I don't know when it changed, and I don't know why it changed either. Because being Premier League proven is such a significant thing. And someone like Mbeumo is. And I feel like in the clip later on, I clipped it out, but they kind of do this thing about age. I know Mbeumo looks like he's 40. He's 25. He's younger than Reinders. He's only 3 years older than Delap. He's entering his prime right now. He's entering his physical prime off of a season that was just 20 goals and 7 assists. He's in the top 80th percentile for wingers for non-penalty goals. Let me just say that again. He's in the top 80th percentile for wingers for non-penalty goals, while being on a below average team. If you look at this chart that I put up right now, I'm comparing him to Salah. I like to think of Mbeumo as basically just a worse version of Salah, which is a super significant compliment to Mbeumo because Salah is such an amazing player. But the thought process here is these players aren't flashy. These players aren't going to be in the 90th percentile for take-ons, but they're going to score you goals and they're going to get you in these positions to score goals. I think obviously with the attacking stats, Salah's attacking stats are always in the 90th percentile, and Mbeumo can't compete with that just because they're on such significantly different teams. Liverpool dominates every single game. But if you look at the progressive passes received, which is something that I like to look at, it really describes both their game really well and shows a similarity. Both Brian Mbeumo and Salah are out on the right wing. They're kind of out on an island. Their team uses them out as an out ball. And when they get that out ball, they're not like Jack Grealish and they're not going backwards and they're just trying to retain possession. They are running, and if they have the opportunity to have a one-on-one and cut in on their left foot and score, that is what they are trying to do. And that is what they have done for so long. And that is what they have had. That's what they've been doing that's made them so successful. And I really think it's insane to me to compare someone like Brian Mbeumo to Liam Delap. I get it. Liam Delap had a decent season. They're on a bad Ipswich team. He scored 12 goals. It didn't move me. A lot of the goals, there's one or two where he had a great progressive carry, he takes somebody on, he scores. A lot of the goals weren't really moving me. He had 12 goals. It's still good, but he's been playing in the championship for teams like Hull, teams like Preston, and he wasn't really contributing much. And I think it's this thing where he's British, he signs for Chelsea, you want to instantly give him this pedigree, but he hasn't earned it, and he hasn't really done anything to get talks of, oh, is he a better sign? Is Brian Mbeumo, who just scored 20 goals and had 7 assists, a better signing than Liam Delap? Of course he is. Of course he's a better signing. They don't even have the overall confidence in Liam Delap to just have him as the only striker they signed. They just signed João Pedro, and Liam Delap's been playing for Chelsea in the Club World Cup. I've been watching. I get it. Everyone talks about, oh, he makes these off-ball runs and it opens up space. I love that, and you want your striker to be doing that, but you want your striker to be scoring goals. That's what you want. And Liam Delap making an off-ball run and opening up some space isn't what you're signing him for. You're signing him to score goals. They don't even have the confidence in him to the point where they're signing João Pedro, and João Pedro comes in, and in a week of probably getting off the plane, barely even training, he plays for the Club World Cup. He starts his first game against Fluminense. He scores 2 goals. He scored more goals than Liam Delap has. There is just this arrogance sometimes when we talk about British players when they go to a big team. Yeah, Liam Delap's not a better signing than Mbeumo, and there is a high chance Mbeumo is a top 3 signing because he's going to contribute goals. And on a team like Manchester United with Ruben Amorim, I used to watch Sporting a lot. You want these wingers that are going to try and finish the play. You're not looking for the overly tricky winger. You're going to rely on your super athletic right wing back and your left wing back to get you that space and get you down the line. You're looking for the finisher. And that's what Brian Mbeumo is.